Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a really cute winter bear with a scarf. So to begin, we're going to be taking our paper and folding it in half. A good way to fold something in half evenly is to line up the edges, hold it down with one hand, put your other hand on top and slide it over. Doesn't have to be an exact fold, but you're going to start by folding it in half like that and then turning your paper so that the fold is horizontal and your paper is going the tall way. You're going to be starting by drawing a horizontal line. I always think it's a great idea to practice with your finger before starting. You want this line right on the fold line, but not all the way across. You want to leave a little bit of space on both ends. Then you're going to be making two vertical lines about halfway between your fold line and the bottom edge. 1, 2. If I go too fast on this, you can always pause the video to catch up. Next, you're going to connect those to make a rectangle. The next step is to make some diagonal lines. I'm going to start about in the center of my bottom of my rectangle, and I'm going to make a line that goes over down to the bottom edge of the paper, and another one that starts here and goes down parallel to the other edge of the paper. Next, you're going to be making two more diagonal lines. One is going to be beginning right where this one starts and meets the rectangle. It's going to go this other direction. And one more. This is going to start about midway down and go over like this. So this is creating my scarf with the two parts that are hanging down. You're going to be making two more lines in the bottom part of your paper. One is going to begin at the edge, bottom corner of the rectangle and go to the bottom corner of your paper. Same on the other side, bottom corner of the rectangle to the bottom corner of your paper. Next, you're going to be making an uppercase Y. So you want to start with the stem of the Y, and you want to make sure that this is high enough. It could be, don't make it too tiny. You want it pretty big. And then you're going to make the upper part of your Y. You're going to connect that over, and you can color that in. The next shape you're going to be doing is sort of like an uppercase U, but it's going to be upside down. Now it needs to start, it's kind of important where it starts and stops. It's going to start in the center between the bottom of your Y and the edge corner of your rectangle. It's going to start in the middle. It's going to come up over the top of that triangle and down to the center over here. If it helps, you can make a little dot where it's going to start and stop, and you're going to make an upside down U right up to there and down to here. Next, you're going to make another upside down U. This one is going to be larger. It's going to begin at the corner of your rectangle. It's going to come up, not all the way to the top, but pretty high, up and down to the other side. Next, you're going to be making some more upside down U's. You're going to make one over here and one over here. Those are going to create the ears for your bear. You can make some smaller ones inside. And then you can add any kind of eyes you would like to your bear. You could maybe add, I like to make like a bigger circle with a smaller circle. You could add eyelashes or eyebrows on this. When you're finished with all of that, you're then going to be using some markers or crayons or colored pencils to begin with a pattern on your bear, on your scarf. So you could start maybe with some green stripes. Remember, we know that a pattern is a pattern if it repeats, right? So I'm repeating those green stripes. Maybe I'll make some red scallop lines like this. And I'm going to repeat them as I go all the way on all parts of my scarf. I can then keep going. I can add more colors, more patterns. I can start coloring in my bear. If I want it to be kind of a traditional brown bear, I could color in his fur. On this one, I used marker on the nose part and crayon in the background. to have two different kinds of brown, two different values. You can also do that with a crayon by coloring lightly in one area and darker in another area. So you could do that. You can fill it in. You can add a background. You could add a little hat or anything else that you want. Have fun with this.